Hello everybody, and welcome to Andrew Broussard Watercolors. Today we're going to look at walnut ink crystals. The prompt for Inktober 1st, was crystals, and I thought, why not break these out and play around with them. The mixing instructions: 1 level teaspoon to a 1/2 cup hot water. So I have hot water, and I have a vessel for us to put the crystals in. Then it makes a 2.5% solution. Alternatively, sprinkle it directly into watercolor for a mixed media effect. Dilute is needed for lighter shades. So we'll play around with the glass pen and a dip pen. And I think we'll play around with a brush as well to see what it looks like. And also it says on the package that it's archival and acid free. So let's just jump right into it. So here we go. We have these walnut ink crystals. Need some sort of way to get this out. So let's just put some on the end right here. And then, with our hands full, I have a little eyedropper, and we'll drop some warm water in there to dissolve it. So I'm not really too scientific with the measurements. We'll start it out with that, and we'll add as needed. This is probably a lot more concentrated than the specifications. And we'll use this guy at the back end just to mix that up. So this is an Inkwell that I had picked up at a thrift store, antique store. The guy knows that I like the old fountain pens and dip pens, so he had this for me, which was cool. I think these things were mass produced in various countries in the early 1900s to mid 1900s. I'd used this about 2 years ago, this walnut ink, and I do recall that it did want to stick to what I was mixing it to. And honestly, I don't remember if I had enjoyed using this or not. So this will be a good experiment for myself to see if it's something that I'd like to use. We'll just wipe off that excess. I have a piece of, I think, Stonehenge Aqua. I'm not sure. It's relatively smooth. It might be hot press. Just dip that right in and say, hello. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that works great. So you kind of had an idea. It was, what, 2 or 3 eyedroppers of warm to, that was probably 1/2 teaspoon that I put in. And the glass dip pens are really good for testing out inks. Let's wash this off, and we'll try out this fella right here. This is, I think, a Browse rose nib. I am not a calligrapher, but I have this stuff for drawing. You can see the different quantities and how heavy-handed I am. Like I said, definitely not a calligrapher. How are you? I think a less flexible nib would be something that I would need for writing, but as you can see, it does flow reasonably well, and that's without even doing much measurement or being adept at writing with these. Next, we'll look at it with a brush. So let's see, what brush do we want to use? Let's grab the squirrel mop. I'm going to pre-wet the mop. See the tones. Kind of dip and get pure water so we can see the variation. Dip some more. Let's see how light. Pull water out and see how dark this one mixes. Very beautiful color. I'm going to pause this and do a dry off so we could see how the shift looks. There you have it. A little bit of a drying shift, but not too much. Some areas a little damp still. You can see definitely the darker concentrations, what's possible from it. So it's a fun art supply. Like I said, I bought it 2 or 3 years ago, so I don't know how much it is, but I would say between $10 and $20. I think Daniel Smith has a pre-liquid one on the market, and there's also a bookbinder seller that has either these crystals or loose crystals. His name's John something or other, but if you type in walnut crystals into Google, I'm sure he'd be one of the first people that would pop up if you're interested in it. So I'm going to stop the video here. I'm going to do a second video where we just straight up paint with this ink and see how it looks. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, follow. Let me know what you'd like to see down in the comments below. And if you want to support this channel, I have a Patreon. Thank you so much and have a great day.